University is not beans. So you have to know what actually works for you beyond your secondary school knowledge. I'm assuming you want to come out with a first class. You are no longer in your secondary school that you know your. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, be sure to please subscribe and click on the notification button so you do not miss out on any videos that I post next. And today I'm going to be talking about 10 things I wish I knew before I got into uni at a young age. So for context, my name is Olaimi Tayo. I got into uni when I was almost 16, months away to 16. I just signed out of uni where I studied physiology at Ocean State University. So I guess I'm qualified to tell you guys the things I wish I knew before I got into uni at 15. So first up, I will divide this video into the U factor, the school system, and the friend factor. So let's first of all start with the U factor. You're in school now, whether you got the admission to the course you wanted to study or not, you're in school, right? So now, what do you want to use that admission to do? Let's first of all start with you got the admission to the course you actually wanted to study. You're in school now, you're about to start studying the course that you quote unquote have always wanted to study, right? What do you want to come out with? Oh, okay, what do I want to come out with? Oh, do I want to come out with a first class, but a second class, third class? Okay, you want to come out, so I'm assuming you want to come out with a first class, right? And it's not beans. Coming out with a first class is different from being the first position, like always getting the first position in your class in secondary school. Just because you always came first in your class in secondary school does not guarantee that you come out with a first class. You have to make sure that you are smart, because when you get into the university, it's not a thing of, oh, I'm intelligent, but actually you being smart with your decisions, with your time, with your reading. Like I said, you have to be smart. Now, someone would ask me, how do you have to be smart? Because I'm already intelligent, so how am I not smart and being intelligent? When you get into school, I'll just use like for a science course or a medically related course, for example, you'll be doing your normal basic MTH, PHY, chemistry. PHY is physics, chemistry, biology, right? And it is very, very easy for you to come out with like a first class CGPA, like in your 100 level, if you start studying from day one. Start studying from day one. When you get into school, you would meet a lot of seniors that will come to your class to just teach you guys, advise you guys. Make sure you absorb that information that they are giving you like a sponge. Keep on absorbing it, and make sure that you go to those seniors. Oh, you talked about MTH like this, or what do I do? What does this lecturer actually like? Because you are no longer in your secondary school that you know your math teacher's scope. You know where he will bring the questions. No. Now you need to get into the mind. You need to know the mind of your lecturer. You need to understand, oh, how does this person work? Oh, does he give simple questions in class and bring out like a completely different thing in exam? Oh, how am I going to study for this person? How does he like his work? Does he want us to solve and solve and solve? Does this person want us to write and write and write? You have to know the mind of your lecturer. You have to know how this person, because you are going beyond answering the question to actually impressing your lecturer to make sure you get that mark that you want. So the first thing is meet your seniors to ask them about your lecturers. Know what your lecturer actually wants from you. So when you know what he wants, you actually know where to start reading, and obviously your seniors would have like notebooks that they've used in past years, and that will help you to get like ahead of them in class if you actually study them. And actually, when it comes to studying, it's not just all about reading and reading and reading. Try and recall. Make sure you actually understand what you are reading. You actually comprehend what you're reading. You can actually, like, without even looking at that book, you can actually do that. You can actually recall everything that you've been reading. And actually, the second tip is your reading pattern. You have to understand your reading pattern. Like I said, university is not beans. So you have to know what actually works for you beyond your secondary school knowledge. You see, everything that you've learned in secondary school, hold it in your hand like this and be open to actually learn more. Like, be open to actually embrace more, because what you are reading in secondary school is very minute to what you actually study in the university. So you have to make sure that you have a good reading habit. Oh, am I actually someone that am I a slow reader? Oh, if I'm a slow reader, if people are using 1 week to read this, maybe I have to use 3 weeks to learn this. Okay, that means I cannot resume school late I cannot resume school late and then draw myself back from actually reading something that I should have read in 3 weeks. I'm not reading it in like a week, trying to compare myself with a fast reader that can actually compare something in maybe 3-4 hours. And that's not bad. That's just who you are, and you understand who you are, and you're working towards it, and the both of you are going to achieve the same goal, and which is not a problem. So you have to understand your reading pattern. You can only understand your reading pattern by actually experimenting. Now, by the time you watch this video, hopefully you're not in school. And even if you're in school, there's nothing bad with actually, okay, I want to try and do this. I want to do the active recall processing. I want to do the writing process. Like, there are some people that cannot read unless they write it out. I want to do the writing, like, just practice. Oh, I want to read in the morning. I want to read in the night. And also, let me advise you, if you know you are not a night reader, it is actually not compulsory for you to go for night class. Because if you're going to go to the night class and be feeling cold and actually sleep and actually waste that night, it is better for you to, my dear, enjoy yourself, sleep in your hostel. But if you know you're actually a night reader and you can actually go for night class, you can withstand the cold, then go. I don't want to go into the tip of the friend factor. That's why I don't want to go into details, but know what works for you. Be solid in whatever you know that works for you. Be convinced in your heart for whatever works for you. That's why I said you should experiment, practice. Oh, I'll read in the night, in the morning, I'm going to do active recall, I'm going to write. Make sure that you have a pattern that works for you before you get into uni. Don't start. I really hope that majority of the people that would see this video would actually watch it before they get into uni. So make sure you have a pattern that actually works for you already. Now, I'll be moving on to, I'm going into uni. I just got admission into uni to a course that I actually know nothing about, or a course that I actually don't want. That's what do you want, right? I'm going back to what do you want. I don't know if you guys remember in the first part I went to, you got admitted to the course that you actually want, right? Now, to the course that you actually don't want, the course that you've never even thought of, and you've been given that admission. What is your plan? Oh, are you planning on crossing in 200 level to another course? Are you planning on taking another jam? What is actually your plan? I would advise that if you're planning on crossing, that is your plan 1, plan A. What's your plan B? Your plan B should be, okay, if I don't cross to this department, am I taking another jam? Like, at the moment, like, I'm in 100 level, yeah, and I'm waiting for my 100 level result to cross to 200, like, so that I can cross in 200 level to the course that I actually want, right? And I'm also taking jam in that 100 level. That's your plan B. I'm also taking jam in that 100 level. So peradventure, God forbid, the stuff does not work, the crossing does not work, I can fall back on my jam and go and do the course I actually want. Or 3, am I making research? I'll tell you the reason why I'm telling you to have plan A, plan B, plan C. I'm going to make research about this course and actually see if this course is actually going to be something that I can vouch for myself and say, oh, I actually love this course, or I actually can do something with this course. The reason why I'm actually encouraging you, I can just advise you to have like a plan A, plan B, plan C, is because sometimes crossing might not work. Not because you do not, sometimes one, maybe because you made a few mistakes, you did not study as hard as you expected, you are new to the pattern, you are new to the system, so it's only bound for you to make mistakes, and maybe you are not able to cross over, or you don't have enough connections to cross. I don't know how crossing might be in the university that you are going to, or there is no space in the department that you are crossing over to. Stuff like that can happen. You have a plan A, plan B, plan C. You cannot put your egg in one basket, all your eggs in one basket, because you don't know. This life evolves. Life does not wait for you to, you have to be adjustable to like life. Have like a lot of options. Don't limit yourself to just one thing. Yeah. So now I'll be moving on to the friend factor. So you see, when getting to uni, I would advise that you, for like the first month, you just take everyone as acquaintances. There's a difference between having friends and having acquaintances. And the reason why is because you're coming from a place where you have, like, from a different background, they're coming from a different background. You have to make sure that you have enough time to actually process and be like, and assess this person's values, this person's core values, or what are this person's priorities, what's this person's background, or what can I gain from being friends with this person? Because beyond just being a loving person, you have to make sure that this person is, in as much as you are pouring into this person is also pouring into you. Beyond, oh, let's have fun, let's gist, let's talk. This person can actually, this person can teach me this person comes to class early, this person looks out for me, this person knows this senior that can teach us this. Beyond just fun, you have enough time to actually have fun in uni, but then you have to make strategic connections with your friends, because for me, actually, I made sure that when I was in 100 level, my friends were not just only the people that I could go out with and have fun or sit down and talk to. I made sure that majority of my friends, 80% of my friends, were people that were better than me, that were far ahead than me, that I made sure that I could learn from them. And I was not just a person that would just come and learn and just go away. No, I was a solid human being. Even if sometimes they were good at math and I was good at maybe chemistry, maybe biology, I was also making sure that as much as they were pouring into me, I was pouring into them. I was giving them, maybe I would come to class early and I have all the whole notes. That way, they're not just the only person that's just being there in the friendship, the active one in the friendship. I'm also giving them what I have to, right, as a human being, and they are teaching me. And that does not mean that we're not having fun. That does not mean that every day of our life we are reading. I know that everybody comes to uni with the whole expectation of, I want to have fun. My dear, if you actually want to have fun now, because sometimes if you follow that intuition of I want to have fun alone, you might not, if you're not careful, you might not actually achieve your core reason for being in uni. Now I'll move on to my second point for friends. Now, there are some friends that go to parties, right? And which is not bad. You're having fun in uni. I mean, you're no longer a child. You're in uni now, and they go to parties, and most people immediately term it as, they are bad people, right? They are going to clubs and everything, but you're sitting down in your hostel and you're watching Korean movie. Do you know that the both of you have actually successfully achieved the same goal, which is not reading? You are not studying, you're not achieving anything by watching that Korean movie, and the person that is in the club enjoying himself, the both of you are actually doing the same thing at the same time, actually, if you actually evaluate it. So just because your friend is going to the club, blah 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 blah, and you're like, I'm actually better because I'm here in my hostel, I'm watching this movie, I'm a good person. Make sure that your time. You are very, very smart with your time. I'm not saying you should not watch movies. Obviously, I watch movies, so it will just be absurd for me to lie and say don't watch movies. But if it's at a critical time, maybe like during close to my test time, close to this, close to that, I would not watch that movie, right? So maybe for instance, you have friends that maybe go out to clubs and everything. Do not condemn them. That is why I said you should have acquaintances, right? Don't condemn people based on maybe their action. You too, make sure you always evaluate yourself that, oh, me as a person, me that I'm speaking to this person, this person is going to club. What am I actually doing with my time? Make sure that you are responsible for your time. Don't allow people to just, moving on to my third point. I don't want to give it away already. Make sure that you are you know what you are doing at every point in time. Like if I'm actually going to this party, or I'm actually going to see my friend, make sure that you're actually making up for that time that you've lost. My whole point around this, the second factor for friends, the second thing for friends is your time. Make sure that you are very, very, very conscious of your time, and make sure that you are responsible for your time. You are responsible with your time is actually the word. Like you are making sure that, oh, in as much as I'm having fun, I'm doing this, I am reading a lot, because you have to read a lot depending on your course. But like if you want to come out with a first class, it's really hard to not read a lot. Yeah. So I'll be moving on to, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll be moving on to the system, the school system. So let's say peradventure you're in a university, for instance, you're in a university that the semester runs for 3 months. If a semester runs for 3 months, I want you to immediately, like you're in a school where your semester runs for 3 months alone, make sure that you have a calendar where you have, oh, layer one, between in the first month of like in the first month of this semester, I am supposed to read this to this. In the second month of this semester, I'm supposed to read this to this. In the third month, I'm supposed to start revision. Because you literally, no, let's say for instance they actually postpone your exams. It's just going to be like maybe 2 weeks, a week max. You have to make sure that you survive the system, the school system. Don't let the system beat you. Make sure you are always at the ahead of that system. Now, moving on to how your school grades you. You have to work really hard, but like if your school grades you with like total number of units divided by, or total cumulative units divided by total number of units, just know that you have to work even twice as hard as someone who their institution is grading them the first semester plus the second semester divided by 2. You would get to know more about this when you get into uni and they teach you how to calculate your CGPA. But like this is just an advice. Make sure that if you're someone who their institution calculates the CGPA with total units and total cumulative units, you have to work twice as hard. And even you that they are calculating your first semester, second semester, you also have to work very hard, because it's very easy for you to go down and come up. But it's very hard for people with total number of units and total cumulative units to go up, but very easy for them to come down, like their CGPA. That's what I mean. So make sure that you have to know like your school system, your school grading system, and make sure that you adapt to how rigid and how hard it is. That's my point. And beyond everything, I want you to be prayerful, because beyond your efforts, beyond everything that you do, you have to lay everything to the hands of God to help you and guide you, because sometimes there's what you can call a function of grace. Grace actually speaks for a lot of people, and I hope that it speaks for you. And beyond all that, uni is, as much as uni is exhausting and everything, uni is actually fun. You get to meet a lot of people. and you build relationships, and you actually have like fun moments beyond just reading. And I hope that you'll have a lovely, lovely experience in uni. I hope that you do not make the mistakes that I made, and I hope that you actually listen to this. I hope that when you're watching this video, you have an open mind. Just open your mind and just receive it, and have a great day. Have a great time in uni. And if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It really mean a lot to me. It will help me to get more videos like this to you and basically other people too, because I wish someone did this for me when I was in school. I wish I saw a video like this when I was in school, but I didn't. But then you have this video, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will help my channel grow, and also like this video because it will help me reach other people. And God bless you, and have a nice day.